We had to take it. We had to take it OG style. Let me rotate the phone, cell phone for live stream. So face. If you can, comment. Let me know what the quality like. I know the last two live streams I tried to it got three. Texas is a jittery. Reginald, what's up? Rick LP, it's good. Bug just crashing here. Texas made the do rag. That's boy, man. Wait, Tony, what's up, man? Trevor, what's up? What's up? Jeremy, what's up? That's where I'm at right now. You look blurry. 1 second. I right now I'm doing a live stream on the cell phone, so if it's shaky and stuff, that's because I'm holding. I'm back. So we start the live stream right now. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, real quick, y'all, can y'all just ready up with me and let me know how the quality is? Is it bad? Is it blur? Somebody said it's blurry. My Wi-Fi, and I'll just use my cell phone reception. Bad service, bro. So I turned off my Wi-Fi on the cell phone, so it should be good with the cell signal. I know getting phoned up over someone's bad headgear is pretty bad. It's better. Okay, Texas says better. Hey, real quick, we got 13 live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you can, one, smash the thumbs up button. Two, tell me the quality. So I know Texas said it's better. Anybody else? How far is Daytona from your crib? So we got 14 in the live stream right now. So before I get started in the live stream and start answering questions, I just want to make sure that the quality is good. I don't want to be filming or yo, we in this bit. Oh my goodness, Pat showed up. Dog, you in Daytona. You supposed to be turned up right now. Okay. Okay then. I appreciate the feedback, Texas Nate. Thank you, man. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just assume that the live stream is good. So we're gonna kick it, man. We're gonna kick it. So I'm filming this on my cell phone right now. So thank you guys for joining. Usually I do it on my laptop where it's stationary, all that good stuff and whatnot. But you know, my Wi-Fi sucks. I think I got to get a better router, a wireless router, because the one they gave me is a piece of shit. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off then, man. So thank you everybody who joined, man. We got cats in Daytona. We got cats, man. Daytona looks lit this year, man. I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for not showing up. Not even to show up to show my truck, but to show up to see everybody that I talk to online in person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's shitty, man. Monster Rams in the house. I know you get phoned up over someone's headgear is pretty bad. How far? Okay, so Rick asked, how far is Daytona from my crib? So Rick, I'm in North Carolina. Daytona is about, I want to say nine. It's about 9 hours, maybe 10-hour drive from here. It's not that bad. It's not a bad drive at all. Definitely. You know what? Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna set you guys right here. Can you guys hear me good? I set y'all up on something. So hopefully it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, we're just gonna do it then. That way I ain't gotta hold it. Yo, yep. So I'm about 10 hours from Daytona. Not a bad drive at all, man. And you know, I got a lot of people asking me about if I was gonna make it to Daytona or am I coming to Daytona, and then I basically told them like, no, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Long story short with that was I was not. So obviously right now I'm in North Carolina. I'm home, but I wasn't supposed to be here right now. I was actually supposed to be somewhere else for work, but I came home sooner than expected. And when I came home, it was too soon. The logistics, money, all that, it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? There's cats, there's cats out there that they pretty much go in debt. Like they burn up their credit cards just to make it to that truck show. I'm not gonna do that. It's not my MO. You know what I'm saying? Daytona will be there next year. It'll probably be bigger and better and badder and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna take my time, do it right. Um, but I'm if everything goes the way it needs to go in terms of like me and all that stuff, I definitely plan to be at Daytona. So next year, 2022. But I've seen some big heads out there. I know right now the big thing going around is Ryan Mayer, 6'7" Limes, truck wreck. That's the drama right now down there. But yeah, man. So let's see what we got for comments. All right. Airsoft, Airsoft Dre Views. What's up, man? It's good to see you. You see that 6'7" Lime truck got wrecked. My biggest fear going to one of those meets, people act too wild. Yeah, man. Yep. I did see it. In terms of how it happened, nobody can say anything except the people who were there, whether you're a witness or experienced it. But it is sad that his truck got tore up, especially because he did all that work into it, and it was a clean truck, man. I tell you what, Ryan is good at, and I used to talk to Ryan a couple years ago not when he first started, but when he was smaller. Ryan is really good at like finding something that most people don't like or care about and making it look cool. He's really good at that. He has a natural eye for that type of stuff, which is unique, especially in this industry. So kudos to him. Pat said it's up next year, bro. Everybody got to be here. 2022. Eric, Shane. I know, bro. I know, man. I know. I know. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got no excuse or nothing, man. 2022, we got to get done. We got to get done. I know Eric. Before, I want to say last year before COVID, I know all of us were talking about getting like a spot, a crib, and Airbnb and stuff, and at one of the shows. I think it was Daytona for last year, something like that. But we gotta do it. We definitely gotta do it. I was actually, when I saw your post when you showed up down there with the dually and the other 6.0, I was actually pumped about that. Actually, did you bring the other 6.0? Did you get it finished up? Because I saw the post I saw your truck, the dually posted up. I don't remember if I saw the other one though. Is it wrecked bad? Yeah, bro. If you're talking about Ryan Mayer's truck, yeah, it's totaled. That truck's like is done. I mean, he can rebuild it if he wants to, but you might as well just take everything off of it, just the frame, and put everything new on the frame, because that's pretty much what he's gonna have to do. Probably minus the engine. I don't know, but yeah, man. Y'all. So what's been going on with y'all, man? What questions y'all got and stuff? So pretty much with me, let's see. So for the comments, I haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff lately. To be honest with y'all, if you want to know what I've been up to, and I wanted to make a video on it. It wasn't feasible, it wasn't my priority. Basically, I've been working a lot on the weekends and on the side polishing, forged wheels, aluminum, pretty much polishing aluminum. I got a 2 gig setup where I'm polishing dump trucks on the normal. 1 second, fix the camera. There we go. That's better. I got 2 gig setup where I'm basically polishing dump trucks with Alcoa wheels. It's a very, very lucrative side hustle. If where you live at, maybe that's something if you want to look into making more money. I've been doing that the last couple weekends and a couple days during the week. I've been doing that, saving money up. So right now I'm at a crossroad. We got 17 in the live stream right now. So if you want, comment and tell 18 now. Thank you. Hit the like button, everybody. We got 19 people in the live stream. Can we get 19 likes? But basically, I'm in a crossroad right now. I'm in the fork in the road. Do I save? Because I've been saving my money up. Do I continue to save my money up for a trans build, get my trans built by my boy Dallas out in Texas, Red Horse Motorsports, or do I get some 26 by 16 wheels sitting on 38s? And that's where I'm like, man, I want both, but that is expensive. Between both of those, that's easily $9 grand right there, easily. And that's not including tires for the wheels. So that's where I'm at right now. What else? I've been doing that. I haven't done nothing to the truck crazy. The only thing I've done to the truck, and I did it today, I rotated the tires. I greased the front end suspension, the steering. Um, but besides that, I have not done any crazy mods to the truck. Trust me, you guys, y'all know I will not leave y'all hanging when it comes to doing mods on the trucks, because y'all know how I am. I want to show y'all what I'm doing. Either this weekend, probably tomorrow, I'm going to be ordering some more speakers for inside the truck, for the doors. This time, last time I ordered them, it was for the dashboard. So I'm going to order some door speakers, some loudspeakers from DS18. We got that. But yeah, man, that's what I've been up to, really. So really, between my full-time job, like active duty in the Marine Corps, doing that obviously, and then I've been doing the polishing on the side, which it actually it's been growing up pretty good. It got to the point where I had to ask one of my buddies. I was like, yo, if you want to make some money, like, you know, because I needed help. So basically I was like, I'll show you the basics. I'll show you what to do. Help me, and I'll cut you some money on the side and stuff. So it's been going good with that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Eastside Nip says, "Do the trans." Mike, I already knew what you were gonna say. Mike said, "Do the right thing." Mike, you know I know what the right thing is, but temptation, dog. I know. I need to do it. That way I can make some sick burnout videos. Can't roll in a blown trans. Hey, you ain't lying, man. That's facts. That is a fact, man. Rick said, "I'm curious, can you clear those 40s on the 8-inch lift? I like more wheel and less gap." Ooh, so 40s on the 8-inch lift, if it's just a pure 8-inch lift with no spacers, you're gonna rub. I mean, there ain't no way around that. You can clear 37s on an 8-inch lift with no rub, but on 40s, you're definitely gonna rub, man. I like more wheel and less gap. If that's the case, if anything, I would go with a bigger rim, but keep the same size tire, which means you're gonna have a smaller tire height. The name of the game, and I tell people this, that message me asking me about clearance and stuff. The name of the game when it comes to wheels and being able to clear it, it's not necessarily the rim size. The rim size, it really doesn't play a big picture into it. What plays a big, unless you're talking stock suspension, what plays a big role is your tire height. If the height of the tire is too tall, when you turn, it's going to rub. I know people running 22 by 14s, 24 by 14s on stock suspension, but they have small height tires. So they're running 33s, 31s, like they're not running 35s, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so basically 40s on an 8-inch lift, you're gonna rub, dog. When I put those 40s on my truck, when I first got them, which they pretty much were brand new, I had very slight rub at full turn on the incline, and that's on the 8-inch lift with the 2.5-inch spacers up front, and it rubbed the front bumper a little bit. So that's I mean, that's really what it is. Plus, on top of that, cutting it that close, if you, let's say you're turning one day and you like jump a curve or something, that tire is going to hit and destroy that inner fender. It's going to make some carnage. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell y'all what, man. I'm actually extremely pumped and happy that the live stream's going well. So if you guys are happy about live stream going well in terms of the connection and my internet issues, I'm happy about that. Y'all, Airsoft Dre Views says, "What's your opinion on ATS new Allison swap for the 68 RFE? It seems really tempting, but then again, it's ATS." So to be honest with you, bro, first, okay, so first comment portion of that ATS. I actually have good respect for ATS. I don't think they're this sham company or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you said that. I'm just saying I'm giving y'all my opinion. I have good respect for ATS. I'm not sponsored by them. I've never ever made a video for them. No affiliation with them whatsoever. But I think their stuff is solid in my opinion. They say that they make it in house. Everything's in house, which I am a big fan of because a lot of times people don't understand what all goes into products when you're buying stuff from these companies. And a lot of times, these companies, all they do is outsource the products, but they'll bring them into the States and then they'll assemble them and say made in America. That's all you got to do to say made in America. You can buy them for $10 too, but if you bring them here and put them together here, it's made in America. That doesn't mean it's American quality. It just means it was assembled here. But they claim that everything they do is 100% in-house, 100% in-house, made up there in Colorado. Um, I think for the 68 swap to the Allison conversion kit, I think it's pretty cool. I watched the videos on it, and I was actually kind of like intrigued slash inquiring about it. I shot them an email or something about it. Basically, one second, I'm about to take my do rag off. It's just starting to hurt my head. Y'all want to see what wave? This is why I wear a do rag. All right, waves. But yeah, so I was actually very intrigued. I got this line on my head. Oh my goodness, it'll go away in a little bit. It's just from the do rag being tied up. I was actually very curious about that because I think it's cool. I really do. The Allison stock for stock 68 versus stock Allison. The Allison trans is a superior trans to the 68. It's bigger. Everything inside of it is a lot more solid. It runs at a higher line pressure naturally. It's just a superior transmission to the 68 RFE. I mean, how many times have you had conversations with your buddies saying what would be the perfect setup? And how many times someone said, 24 valve Cummins with an Allison trans, whether it's the 5-speed or the 6-speed or now the 10-speed. You know what I'm saying? To my knowledge right now, ATS kit is only good for 4th gens and newer, I believe. And Clint from ATS said that it costs a couple thousand more to do the Allison swap than to just get the highest built 68 from them. I think it's good. I'm really waiting for more people to come out there saying they did the conversion because I want to see the results and see their opinion and stuff. But the way ATS made it sound like was basically you get the best of both worlds, essentially. I mean, I've heard rumors that Cummins is in talks with Allison for a 10-speed trans because Ford and GM have 10-speed transmissions for their light or medium duty trucks. Chrysler still doesn't. We're still rocking the ASIN and the 68 RFE. So it's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? God, that line is killing me right now. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think it's cool. If you were to ask me on the side, I think it's cool. I think Allison swap Cummins is very cool. Two reasons. One reason for me is that, or two. One, the Allison is a better transmission compared to the 68 just overall. But two, it's cheaper to get a Allison built versus a 68. Because if you go to all these companies like Suncoast, ATS, BD, all these companies that build trans and stuff, big brand ones, if you look at their Allison built trans, let's say a stage 3 versus a stage 3 Allison versus a stage 3 68 RFE, it's going to be cheaper to build the Allison because it requires less parts to get it to hold that same amount of power that you would want the 68 to hold. So that's my opinion on it. Food for thought. If you're thinking about doing it, I'm gonna be real with you. I'd say go for it. You know what I'm saying? They claim they got a warranty and all that stuff, so it's like worst case scenario, something happens. Hopefully the warranty will take care of you. but I think it's cool. I really do. All right, let's see what else we got. Tall Geese is in the house. Oh, this dude said he's in Statesville / Charlotte. Yeah, you ain't too. Yeah, you about 4 hours away from me. Have you heard about the chip shortage? If so, what are your thoughts? Tony Montana. Yeah, I've heard about the chip shortages. Now, if you're talking about chips, I'm assuming you're talking about like computer chips, like processor chips. There's some crazy shit going on right now. There's a shortage of a lot of stuff that, as Americans, we're used to and we expect to be on the norm. There's a chip shortage for microchips. There's a lumber shortage because they stopped pulling trees out of our land. There's a steel shortage. There's a lot of shortages right now. We had the oil issue on the East Coast here a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, maybe. There's a lot of issues or a lot of shortages going on. For the microchip shortage, I think it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it with all these shortages is that it drives price up for what's currently out there, which means the people are going to pay more for it, which means you're essentially fucking the people over. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it's all, I'm not gonna say all, but I feel like some of this could be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this could be, it's self-induced basically. um I think it's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, we're probably gonna be people are probably, I'm not, but people are probably gonna be paying $2,000 for fucking phones next year, or $1,500 because of that shit. What's going on with the chips? Who knows, man? Or end of this year when the new iPhone comes out and stuff. Hey Tony, I don't even know your last name, but Tony, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being a long time supporter, long time subscriber, watcher of the channel. I really appreciate it. Actually, today when I was rotating my tires, I was rotating them, and somebody randomly stopped in front of my house, and I like looked up, and it was some lady in a car, and she was like, "Hey, are you the guy that makes videos?" And I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Oh," she was like, I thought that was your truck." She was like, "My boyfriend watches your channel, and he knew you were here, but he didn't know where you were." And I was like, "Yeah, this is me. Like, this is where I'm at. This is me." And I was all hot, sweaty, tired, pissed off because rotating 40-inch tires is a bitch on 24s. Um, but yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I did an intake and turbo along with the intake and exhaust. I did a new intake and turbo along with the new exhaust. Manifold and 5-inch from the turbo back. Sounded mean. Took it out, launched it once, and found a few neutrals in my trans. Hey man, Andrew, I'll tell you what, bro. Pat with the waves, the wave emojis. Hey Andrew, I'll tell you what, man. With these trucks, I'm starting to realize that it's hit or miss with these 68 RFEs. There's cats out there, and I'm sure some of y'all are in the comments, including yourself or somebody else. There's cats out here that all they'll do is tune and delete their trucks. They'll do one hard pull or one launch from stock, and their trans is done. There's some cats like me and others out there where they're pretty much on a stock trans and have done burnouts, have done hard pulls. I mean, I've done a pull in fifth gear and hit like 60 pounds of boost on my truck, still going, or trans still going. You know what I'm saying? It's shitty. It really is, man, and it makes me wonder. One, the quality assurance in terms of the 68 RFE, but two, the prior condition of the transmission. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know, man. And it's weird because you would think that, so Ford builds their transmissions in house. It was a 6R140, but now they got the 10R140, the 10 speed, which are all very good transmissions. The 10 speed, the 6 speed, and the 5 speed, the 5R140. Ford knocked it out the park with their transmissions. They don't really have many issues with them unless you're doing some crazy shit with them. Same thing with Chevy with Allison, but Ram with their transmissions, the ones built in-house, if you're building the transmission in-house, you should probably make it to where your customers are not going to be worried about the transmission going out. I mean, it's been easily 20-year, 25 since the 47. It's been a thing. Dodge transmissions. You want to make fun of a Dodge? All you gotta do is make fun of the transmissions. And I'm not talking about their Hellcats or the Chargers. I'm not talking. I'm talking about the trucks. If you want to make fun of a Dodge owner, all you gotta do is make fun of the transmission, straight up, because that has forever has seemed to been the weakest link. And you think they would have taken note from the other competitor manufacturers like Ford and Chevy, and they're like, you know what? Let's build a badass transmission. And I feel like they try to do that with the ASIN, but the ASIN is pretty much a slightly upgraded 68RF. If anything, in my personal opinion, I'm not a big fan of the ASIN because you can't tune it. You cannot tune the transmission because the ECM or the TCM on it is just, it's locked horribly and nobody has a code to break it. Apparently it's a nightmare to try to crack it, and they've bricked slash junk tons of computers trying to figure out that trans. So I don't know. Sorry to hear that though, man. Yes, sir, Pat, bro. Trying to get the waves right, man. I need to put that do-rag back on. Maybe I'll just loosen it up a little bit. Spencer said, I found a 07 3500 Megacab dually for 35K with 9K kilometers on it. Hell yeah, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't know how many miles 9K or 9,000 kilometers is, but I think that's like what, 12, 15,000 miles. I'm gonna be real, I don't fucking know. That's good though, man. Good for you. Monster Ram said, plan on spending at least 13K for an Allison swap. I can see that, bro. I can definitely see that, man. For the Allison swap. So if I'm right, if the highest package for the 68RF from ATS, I think it costs like, it's like 9Gs or 8Gs before installation. And Clint from ATS said that it costs a couple thousand more than that package. So that sounds about right in terms of that, because you got to change the bell. You got to get a new bell housing adapter, basically, so it can accept the Allison trans on there and stuff. So most definitely. Spencer said, also looks like the internet is better. Yeah, Spencer. So I'm actually on my cell phone, and I have y'all posted up on a little prop I have, and I'm actually using my cell phone reception because my cell was connected to the Wi-Fi, and people were saying that it was junk. So I turned off the Wi-Fi. So yeah, adapt and overcome. I figured it would make a killer street setup compared to a built 48 swap. Yeah, man. I mean, if I was to justify doing an Allison trans swap, so okay, so and I'm actually glad you commented that. 48 swap versus Allison swap. To be honest with you, if I had to go between both of those, I probably would go with the 48 swap. Now that's if I wanted to swap my trans. You got my longtime followers, people who actually watch the videos all the way to the end. You guys know me personally, I am not a fan of swapping the 68RP trans for any other trans unless you're trying to drag race or do some crazy sled pulls or something, just something not normal. 80-90% of us, we either daily drive our trucks or we use it for work. So you're pulling shit or you're just driving it. In that case, you don't have to swap your 68RF. You can get you a very nicely built 68RF, and it'll do just what you want. You'll keep 6 speeds. It'll stay the same. You know what I'm saying? But now if you put on the table, well, I want to do a 48 swap or an Allison swap, I'd probably do the 48 swap personally, just because one reason is that the parts are cheaper for a 48 over an Allison. Okay. You can get you a very stoutly built 48 RE transmission. I'd probably be betting to say at a third of the cost what it would cost to build an Allison. All right. So that's my opinion on it. Let me pull up on live with my 14-liter Cummins. Hey, if you make the drive down here, man, let me know. Let me know. Guess what? I found an '05. I found a mega cab dually '05 front end conversion. It looks very different, but pretty good. Hey, man, you think about buying it? Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. No worries. Airsoft, man. You know what I'm saying? Feel free. Feel free to hit it up. Hit it up. You know what to do. Ripping with Richie. Your truck are awesome. Love the content. I wish my channel would grow, but you deserve the clout. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel, but congrats, man. Uh, when it comes to the channel, bro, consistency and just put out content your viewers like. You know what I'm saying? Be original. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be something that you're not. Just be original. Put out content consistently. The first year is the hardest year, bro. But if you stick to it, man, you'll definitely get there and keep growing, man. What's up, Mason? How you doing, man? It's good to see you in the live stream. Eli said, where can I get an 8-inch lift coils for the third gen? So Eli, I've been researching in terms of companies that make coil kits for third gens, and it's actually hard as fuck. It seems like BDS is the only people that make coilovers for third gens, but they want like $6,000 for them. And if you're that deep into the build, you're a couple grand away from doing bags. So if you want to do a Kelderman kit, you know what I'm saying? Um, right now, to my knowledge, Fox BDS is the only ones right now that have coilovers for third gens. Um, if you know somebody else that does it, let me know. I'd love to know. If anybody does, comment down in the comment section. What trans does the '08 Mega Cab Dually Laramine Cummins have? Also, could I send to some things on Instagram after the stream? Yeah, Spencer, you can send them to me, man. So you're gonna have, if it's an '08, you're gonna have a 68 RFE trans. If it's automatic, it'll be a 68 RFE. If it's a manual, it'll be a G56 transmission. Yeah, I was gonna say Carly. I'm pretty positive BDS is right now the only one I know because I looked into the avenue of doing coilovers on the truck. One, it's stupid expensive, and two, there's not a whole lot of people out there. The third gen, man, the third gen is hit and miss when it comes to a lot of aftermarket customized shit. I was looking at like 10-inch lift kits, so like actual dedicated 10-inch lift kits for third gens, and I only found one company, McGoy's. McGoy's makes a 10-inch for third gens, and I'm just like, but then when I look at the Ford, so like the Super Duty for the same year, the '08, '09 and stuff, even the 6.0 Power Strokes, PMF makes 10-inch, Rough Country makes a 10-inch. Like all these companies have 10, like these big lift kits for the other brands, but for the third gen Ram, they ain't really got a whole lot out of there, and that's kind of what led me to building my lift kit the way I did, piecing it together, because it was like my options were limited. You know what I'm saying? Almost 50K in a stock 68 RFE, 4th gen, been tuned on CTT tune with third, or tune on 3 with trans tuning, 98% of that. So far, good, but due for a fluid change. Yeah, bro. Hey, Airsoft, when you do that fluid change, man, Amsel, I'm telling you, bro. My dog Pat, or no, not Pat, Shane, my dog Shane sent me a Snapchat a couple weeks ago because he put Amsel trans fluid in his 48 RE because he has a 06. And he sent me a video and he was like, dog, he's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I wasn't a believer at first, but I'm starting to believe it. Basically, he was like, he's in Texas, San Antonio, and he was like, sitting in traffic. It's like 95 degrees outside. Last year, this time, he said his trans was at like 210, 205. He said this year, he sent me a Snapchat, it was sitting at 185 and stop and go traffic on the highway. And he said all he did, stock pan, all he did was swap it to Amsoil fluid. So I would do Amsoil, bro. Just saying. And if you need a plug for that, you can DM me on Instagram or hit my boy Adrian up, Diesel Oil Guy on Instagram. Darrell, yes, I've pulled my trans pan 2 times actually. So based off when I pulled the pan, it was all stock. I looked inside. Granted, there's only like that much space so you can look in there and see, but everything looks stock. When I bought the truck originally from the previous owner, I actually asked him about the transmission. I said, anything done to the trans or anything? He's like, nope. He's like, it it's stock. Never got rebuilt. It's never given me issues. Yada yada. And I was like, okay. But yeah, no, I'm pretty positive it's stock. I probably put 80% or 90% that the transmission is 100% stock. Besides what I've done to it, but I have pulled a trans pan a few times. I'm actually debating about changing the trans fluid on it soon. So I put AMSOIL. I did, what was it? When did I? So last March, I did the PPE deep dish pan, and when I took the pan off, I put fresh AMSOIL in it. So it's been about almost a year and a half, and probably 20, I want to say 25, maybe 30,000 miles since then. No, actually, no, not that much. It's probably been about 15, 20,000 miles since I put that pan on. I'm actually thinking about draining the fluid and just putting some fresh fluid in there. So I was actually messing around one day and I was on RevMax's website and I was reading the instructions for a brand new installed RevMax transmission. And RevMax actually recommends that you change your transmission fluid every 25 to 30,000 miles, which I saw that and it caught my eye and I was like, that's interesting. Because I think from factory or the manual for our trucks, I think for the 68, they recommend it every 40,000 miles, depending on severity of driving, whether you're towing and all that stuff, pulling a lot. So when RevMax said 25, 30,000 miles, I was like, they want you to do it, obviously a lot sooner. But for most people, 25, 30,000 miles, that's about 2 years worth of driving. So that's not bad. I spent 5,500 rebuilding my 68 stronger converter and aftermarket overdrive drum. That overdrive drum, bro, is what makes a big difference on these transmissions. And you guys can go on YouTube and watch videos of people breaking down 68 RFEs. If you compare, look up the Sonax Smart Overdrive drum for the 68 RFE, and then look at the stock picture of the Mopar overdrive drum. It is a night and day comparison. It's like half the thickness. The material is made out of it's garbage. Like that was a good upgrade when you upgrade to 68. Ulaga Northern Railroad. What's up, man? Monster Ram said the ASIN is actually pretty horrible unless you tow all day and leave it stock. Mike, I 100% agree with you. Facts. Big facts, bro. Hey, man, what would be the best diesel TR? I'm assuming you're saying diesel truck. I'm gonna be real with you, man. This is just my opinion, okay? Uh, Best diesel truck. I'm probably gonna put you with a 6.7 Cummins. I'm gonna be real with you. Uh, that is a truck you can drive bone stock and it will do everything you want it to do, and the maintenance is super low. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're getting into a LML Duramax where you got to worry about the injection pump, or you're getting into a 6.0 Power Stroke where you got to do everything on it, or God forbid a 6.4. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not like a 6.7 where you got to worry about the injection pump. The only 2 years you got to worry about on 6.7 is 19 and 20 because they ran the CP4 kit, but in 2021 this year they went back to the CP3. But you can do a CP3 conversion kit if you got a 19 or a 20. Besides that, in all honesty, like there's nothing that you urgently need to do getting into one of these trucks, into a 24 valve 6.7. It really isn't. Like if you wanted to get into the truck and let's say it's a healthy running truck, you know what I'm saying? It's not beat the shit, just a good truck. If you want to get in that truck, hook up your fucking 24-foot trailer or whatever and pull, it'll do it. You ain't got to sit there and worry about, oh, I got to go get this kit or I got to put this on it. Like now, if you want to do upgrades, that's different. I mean, every diesel truck, there's an upgrade that can benefit it. But in terms of just getting in, turning the key, cranking her up, driving it, you can't go wrong with a 6.7 24 valve. I mean, without a doubt. And then if you didn't want to get into a Ram, I'd probably tell you LBZ Duramax is going to be your best bet in terms of just getting in. If it's a healthy running truck, just getting in and going to work, you wouldn't go wrong with those two trucks right there. I'll leave my Asin alone then. I'm going to be hauling most of the time. I have an 06. And if you guys are curious about the Asins, if you did want to get your Asin built, from what I've heard online, Randy's Transmissions, I think he's out of Oklahoma. Apparently, he's like the god of Asins. Like, he can build a pretty mean Asin transmission. So, just food for thought. Northern Railroad said he got a 06 Cummins. Thinking about getting some Alpha Rex headlights. I think you should get them, man. They're really good. I love my Alpha Rex headlights. Had no issues out of them. Very, very bright, and they look good. So I think you should do it, man. What would be the best first diesel truck for me? I want power and speed. So if you're getting a diesel truck stock, you're not going to get that out of any of them. I don't care if it's a 6.7 Power Stroke of fucking. You're not getting that. Stock diesel trucks are not known for being fast and powerful. Now, if you're trying to get into something reliable, again, like I told the other guy, you can't go wrong with 24 valve. 6.7 24 valve, or even a 5.9 24 valve common rail. You can't go wrong with them. You're basically getting in them, and as long as it's a well taken care of truck, you get in, you crank it up, you run it, and you go about your business. 1 second, y'all, got a text message. Oh my goodness, how do I get this off my screen? There we go. Okay. Yeah. What would be the best first diesel truck? Yeah. So yeah, man. So Richie, yeah, I'm gonna point you to the 6.7 Cummins. In all honesty, and it's not because. So check it out. So it's for everybody. I am not a diehard Cummins fanboy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some of these cats out here that are just like, if it ain't a Cummins, I don't care about it. I don't want to hear it. But like, I'm really not like that. Because to be honest with you, there's the other ones, the Power Stroke and the Duramax, they have proven models in their own aspect. You know what I'm saying? But so for me, I used to own a 6.0 Power Stroke before I got my third gen. I used to have a 2006 F350 King Ranch. It was an awesome truck. I loved it. I actually, every now and then I'll miss it once in a while. But I used to have a 6.0 King Ranch. And in terms of maintenance and things I had to do to the truck, compared to what I have to do to this truck, my third gen, it's night and day, man. You know what I'm saying? I was changing my oil on my Power Stroke every 5,000 miles because I knew, hey, don't let your oil go too bad because the injectors are oil driven. Your oil pump can take a shit. There's a stupid little thing called an IPR, injection pressure regulator, a little stupid valve that sits on the oil pump. If that gets clogged up, it won't start. Like, just all sorts of crazy shit. And it's like, the maintenance on that, we talk about diesel maintenance where you have to keep up with your diesel maintenance. On the 6.0 Power Stroke, it was like times 10. You know what I'm saying? And that's not including studding, headwork, gasket. It was and going from that to my 6.7, my Cummins, where basically change the oil, change the fuel filters. You know, I've changed the coolant, and I never changed the brake fluid in my truck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that truck, you don't have to do a lot. And I tell people all the time, because people always message me asking them, hey man, what are some things I need to know about owning these trucks? And I'm like, listen, one, here's this video I made talking about it. But two, fluids and filters. That's the golden ticket when it comes to Cummins, especially a 6.7 5.9 common rail. Fluids and filters. You keep clean oil in there, you keep clean fluids in there, change your filters as recommended. you're really not gonna have any issues with the trucks. Most of the time on these trucks, the issues come when people are pushing them beyond their capabilities, or they just don't know how diesel trucks work. You know what I'm saying? So they're pretty much they have that old school uh, concept where, oh, it's a diesel, it can run for forever. So they go 30,000 miles on the same oil change, thinking that like it's a 7.3 power stroke or a old Cummins tractor engine or cat engine or something. And it's like you don't really want to do that on these engines because they ain't gonna last that long. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought. No, the news ATS has a 68 RFE bell housing on it already. That's why I'm also interested in it. It is 100% plug and play. Everything works. It does come with a wire harness that makes everything happy. Yeah. I know. I watched the video on it. It's 100%. That's what I was saying. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. About the bell housing. Yep. Well, I'm saying, well, when I mentioned that about the bell housing, basically I was saying that you're gonna pay more because the ATS custom. I'm pretty sure ATS is getting that Allison kit patented too, but they had to cut the transmission off, the bell housing off, and put that bell housing on it essentially. So I'm basically saying you pay more for it. Alien Fernandez, you said, yo, how you did that in regards to what were you talking about? Monster Ramp says some have had decent results running a 30 horsepower tow tune on ASIN trucks, but others have had quirks and rear shift flares and defuels between shifts. I've heard that as well with the ASIN transmissions. I basically what I've heard is they do not like any more power than what they come with from the factory. That's basically what I've heard. You said the 30 horse tune. I've heard cats having 30 horse tune on those transmissions and they go to shit. So who knows? I'm definitely not a fan of the ASIN. I would never ever buy one, and I never recommend my buddies or anybody who hits me up telling me what they're looking at. I don't recommend them getting the ASIN. I'm just not a fan of it. It's like those transmissions. So apparently, cars today have uh, what's the word? Maintenance free transmissions. So and this is American cars, Chevy, all that stuff. They have maintenance free transmissions where basically you cannot drain the transmission fluid out of it. There's no drain port, there's no plug, there's no dipstick, nothing. It's basically they assemble it, they add everything into it, the fluid and all that stuff, and you just run it until it burns itself up. Don't know how that works, don't know how that's a thing, but it is a thing. Power driven diesels have previously advertised their fully built trans around 5 to 6K. Now, is that for a 68 RFE or is that for a 48, 47? Because I know with power driven, they're real big on the old school Cummins, the 12 valve, 24 valves, 47, 48 REs. Spencer, have you been to Canada? If so, where and thoughts? No, I have not been to Canada. I actually would like to go to Canada. I would like to go to Toronto just to see what it's like. But I have not been to Canada though. My brother, I think 2 years ago, he went to Canada. He was telling me about it and stuff. Tony said, I'm thinking about the BD transmission. It's about 7K, rated for 750. Do you know anything about that trans, or have you heard anything good or bad about them? Tony, so to be honest with you, I haven't heard a whole lot about the BD transmissions for the 68 RFE. I met somebody who had the 48 built BD transmission, and for the 48, he said it was really good. He said that trans never skipped the beat, never gave him an issue. I've watched a couple videos on BD's YouTube channel with them talking about some of the components they use for their transmissions and why their components are good. Um, but in terms of the 68 RFE, I don't know anybody personally that runs a BD trans. But in my opinion, and this is I kind of put BD in the same boat with ATS where they make quality products. They make really good products, in my opinion. Uh, I have a BD steering brace on my truck. I think they're in the same boat with ATS as in you are going to get a very solid, high quality product. Their Q&A or the QA, the quality assurance process, is good. Um, Now, if I was to compare that to, let's say, a small transmission shop somewhere in this country that all they do is build 68 RFEs all day, every day, or they dedicate most of their craft to 68 RFEs, I'd probably put more money on them over like a big brand company like BD or ATS. Um, the best thing I'd probably tell you is send it. You know what I'm saying? But what most times, and I've had people hit me up in the past saying this, they're saying, "Hey, I'm looking at this trans. If you're gonna spend 7K on a BD trans, you might as well get a Rev Max. I'm gonna be real with you. Like that's what I would do. If you're gonna drop 7 grand on a BD transmission, BD's good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. They make very good components. They have good stuff out there. But why not get some for the same price? Why not get something that company specializes in, and that's their craft. That's what their bread and butter. They've put a shit ton of R&D into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I point people to RevMax all the time. RevMax, RevMax, RevMax. If it's a 68 RFP. Now, if it was an Allison or a 6R140 or a 5R140, yeah, then I'd tell you go to BD all day. But for these transmissions, I tell people all the time, you got to go to somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for someone to just take the trans apart and rebuild it stock. But to make these 68s built and good, because the way they were designed from the engineers, to make them better than that, you got to have a specialist. And ATS, or not ATS, RevMax, what I respect out of them the most is that they put so much research and development into their product, their craft. I've listened to their podcasts. I follow them on social media and stuff like that. Like these cats have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into the 68 RFE, and they've been working with the 68 since it came out. You know what I'm saying? And they also build other trans. You can get built Allison, built 48, 47s, or 48s, 47s. I think they build the Power Stroke transmissions, the 5Rs and the 6Rs. Uh, but their bread and butter is a 68 RFP. They mastered that shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of cats out here on the sides that build 68s that they basically are in cahoots with RevMax because they get parts through them, you know, valve bodies, overdrive drums, oil pumps, like input oil and patent pending oil and billet input shaft, like all sorts of crazy just shit that all these other cats can't compete with. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I tell people it's your money. Wherever you feel comfortable spending it, spend it with them. But whenever someone comes to me asking for my input, I always point them in the RevMax. Always, always. And you can get you a very good build, a very stoutly built 68 for 7K, $7,000 from RevMax without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? I think it's seven. So you can get you for 7 grand. I think you can get you into a RevMax 750. And I don't even work for them. I don't even know them. Like they don't know me. I've never spent a dime with them, nothing. I'm just going off of people that I've seen have RevMax, what I've talked to from other buddies, other diesel enthusiasts, all this type of stuff. The research I've done on them from like, you know, their social media and all that stuff, podcasts and whatnot. Oh yeah. Oh shit, Eric's in the house. What's up, Eric? What time is it? Oh my god, it's 10:19. Have you heard of 667 Lime? Yeah, I heard about him, man. The truck stuff. Yeah, I talked about it earlier when the live stream first happened. Basically, I was like, with Eric or not Eric, with Ryan. It's sad what happened with his truck. He put a lot of work into it before Daytona. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sweat, energy, effort went into it. It's sad what happened. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, I know there's speculations out there about how it happened or what really happened. I don't know because I wasn't there, so I can't sit there. I can't sit here and say, you know, oh, this is what happened. Like that ain't my prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Do you own your own oil change? Do you do your own oil changes? If so, actually, well, hold on, I'm skipping comments. Where did you get your front coils? Is what I meant. I should have worded that better. Oh, so my lift kit, my coils, I got them off Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. Somebody about 6 hours from me was selling them, so I went and picked them up. Do you do your own oil changes? If so, how often? Yes, I do my oil. Yes, I do my own oil changes. Um, my oil changes, I run Amsoil, so usually my oil changes, I'll ride them out anywhere from 7,500 miles to 13, 15K. So for example, my last oil change I did early this year, uh, I only had 9,000 miles on it, and I didn't have to change it. I just changed it because I wanted to. But I've ran oil in the past. I've ran my oil changes to 14,000 miles, and you know what I'm saying. But for my year specifically, the manual says every 7,500 miles, so 15W40. Appreciate the Amsoil tip. No problem, brother. Glad to help, man. How are YouTubers giving away new trucks and 30K plus? Are those guys rich? Tony Montana, he hit the golden ticket question. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't really know exactly how these dudes are giving away these trucks and $30,000 cash on top. The A couple common factors that I found in common with all these people doing the giveaways is one, they all have their own income source. So merchandise. All these cats sell merchandise. So they sell T-shirts, keychain, all sorts of just this stuff. They sell stuff, so they make money from that. Plus, on top of that, most of these cats doing these giveaways have a extremely large YouTube following. Now, you do get paid on YouTube. So if you didn't know, you get paid on YouTube. If you get to the point on YouTube where you're getting hundreds of thousands of views a month, you're going to be getting thousands of dollars a month from YouTube or from Google, getting paid. No, I'm not at that status. No, I don't make thousands on YouTube. But between their YouTube income and what they're making on their channel, these cats can put their grandkids through college. I'm gonna be real with you. In terms of how they afford it, another thing too is technically because it's a giveaway, taxes basically is what I'm getting at. Taxes. So because it's a giveaway, they can write it off on taxes. So if you give away a truck valued at $80,000, think about what tax breaks you're going to get slash what you're going to get back on the backside for tax returns. You know what I'm saying? That's my theory. This is all theory based. This is not facts. This is not what really happens. This is what I've thought and came up with. Um, Between the giveaways, the write-offs for the taxes, they don't pay taxes on it. The people who get the cars or the vehicles pay taxes on it. And that's another thing, another reason why they give the cash. So if I was to give you a brand new 2020 F350 valued at $105,000, I'm not gonna pay taxes on it because I gave it to you. You're gonna have to pay taxes on it. So you're probably looking at roughly, let's just say, 15 to 25% taxes. So usually the money they say you're winning a truck plus this much cash. Usually the cash they give them is basically to cover the taxes that they're going to have to pay on the vehicle. Because although it was a gift and it was won, they have to pay taxes on it. It's no different than at a casino. If you ever notice when you do your taxes, how they say, did you make any earnings at a casino over $1,000 or over 10,000 or some shit like that? And now it's even getting into the crypto world where they'll ask you, did you sell or make this much money on crypto? Why they're asking you is because if you did, they're gonna fucking tax you for that shit, and you're gonna have to pay them back. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from, in my opinion. I think so. Theory. But besides that, in terms of how they afford it, couldn't tell you, man. Could not tell you. If you haven't looked at JB reviews and Simply Diesels, and I have not found anything on our Jasper Trail by Discover Canada. I have no idea what that's about, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Yeah, Tall Geese say he got the Sonax overdrive drum, man. That shit's real, man. Oh wait, Mega Cab Dually with the 2021 Cummins swap. They're the same engines. I mean, you would be swapping a 6.7 Cummins for a 6.7 Cummins, essentially. For the most part, I mean, they are different slightly because they went to hydraulic lifters, and if you get the high output, you get the composite, the what was it, like carbon composite block or some shit. But they're essentially the same engines, so you really wouldn't be getting anything out of that. Heard good things about upgrading the Transpan. Has a heat sink. Yeah, man. So with the Transpan, I so I'm be real. When I did the Transpan swap, I did not notice an immediate trans temp difference. Uh, the hottest my 68 has ever gotten, and this is just driving normally, is probably like 195, 200. That is the hottest I've ever seen it. And that's like 95 degrees outside, stop and go traffic, like no airflow, just shitty ass conditions. 195, yeah, probably about 195. I think I've only seen, actually, I don't think I've ever seen my trans get over 200 degrees. I'll be real, since I've had it. But yeah, so Transpan, I think, helps in the concept of more fluid. It's just a simple concept. If you add more fluid to it, that means it takes longer for the fluid to get hotter, and then two, you can cycle more fluid to get cooled off. That's the concept I get from Transpans. The whole aluminum heat sink thing, does it help? It probably does a little bit, but I think what helps more is the added capacity, because most of your aftermarket transpans are gonna they're gonna increase the capacity anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 quarts of trans oil, and I think that's where the big difference happens, because it's just a simple concept. More fluid, it's gonna require more energy to warm it up, more energy to heat it up, all that stuff, and I think that's where the benefits come from. But I definitely think a deep dish transpan is a good upgrade, especially for our transmissions. And they claim for the 68s it helps brace the case slash it makes it stronger, so you don't have to worry about cracking your case too. So when Cam on the drop, the 6.7 fourth gen. When Cam on the drop, 6.7 fourth gen. So when am I gonna get a fourth gen? That is up in the air. TBD. I don't know, man. I don't know. Our stock '08 Mega Dually did a like 12, 14-second pass, I think. That's not bad, especially for being stock. Bro, I just literally got done putting the HOR in the cold air intake on. What it did beast on my Cummins. Yeah, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff. I appreciate the thumbs up, man. Thank you. I have an '05 Dodge Cummins with a 5.9. What do you think about the fleece in-tank drop fuel pump, or have you looked into it yet? I think that's a good mod, man. I think it's good. My buddy Steve over at Beast Projects, I don't know if some of y'all might remember, he was actually on him and Eric Raw. We did a three-way live stream, and he was on the channel. He did it to his fifth gen, and he said he likes it a lot. I think it's good. I think the intake or upgraded fuel tank or fuel pump is good. I think Fleet says it's good up to 750, 800 horsepower. I like it. I'm a fan of it. I like it because it keeps the OEM look, so you don't have a aftermarket fuel filter somewhere underneath your truck. All original fuel plumbing, nothing changes except the intake pump, but you get the benefits out of it. You know, the solidified fuel pressure. In terms of the aeration, I don't think you'll get that. So one of the biggest factors in terms of air dogs and fast is that it separates air from the fuel, which means the fuel is more consistent when it goes to the injectors, which means that it's spraying a more consistent fuel pattern, which means better combustion, which means more power, smoother idle, smoother acceleration, all that type of stuff. I don't think you get that with the fleece kit. I think with the fleece kit, the biggest thing you get is the more consistent fuel pressure. So when you give it a wide open throttle, you know, your fuel pressure doesn't drop 5 psi. It might drop like 1 psi. Like my air dog If I on tune 5, if I slam on my pedal, it might drop maybe a psi. So usually right now I sit around 15, 16 psi. Um, if I slam on it, it'll drop barely below 15 psi, but it's still giving that consistent pressure, and it's separating the air, and then you get the 2 micron filtration. So there's all sorts of perks and stuff, in my opinion. That's why I'm still a fan of air dogs or lift pumps, or fast if you want to run that too. It doesn't matter. Those are nice, Justin. But thank you. Would have to just had a bug, little fly on me. But you would have to drop the tank anytime you have a pump failure, unlike a sump. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, you would have to drop the tank if the pump went bad. But I will say that these fuel pumps on these Cummins are actually not bad. They're the stock ones. They're actually pretty reliable and pretty. They have a long lifespan. Justin commented, "Love the channel and love when you go live." Hey man, Justin, I appreciate it, man. I felt like this was the least I can do, you guys, just because I haven't been pumping out videos like I've been in the past, man. I just had a lot of stuff around me going on. Nothing bad or nothing crazy, but just life, just really just life and just living. And it's in between that and what I'm trying to do for the long term. I haven't been prioritizing the channel and modding my truck out. I think a couple videos ago I talked about my truck, and basically my truck's at the point right now where it's like I've been doing so much stuff back to back to back to back to back to back to where I stepped back one day and I was like, I'm not even enjoying my truck. Like I put compounds on it. And I'm not, I drive it for a couple weeks or whatever, and next thing you know, I'm back in the engine bay. And if some of y'all remember when I did the compounds, my truck, I didn't drive my truck for like a week and a half, because I was waiting on little parts here and there. Um, as soon as I do compounds, next thing I'm doing dual fuelers. Same thing. I was waiting about a week and a half, because I needed parts and stuff, and I wasn't enjoying the mods I was doing to my truck. And I finally realized that earlier this year, and I was just like, I think so. Let me think. What was the last big thing I did in terms of the truck? Injectors in December. Injectors last December with Mike. That was probably the last big thing I did for the engine. And then inside, I did the speakers in the beginning of this year. And I wasn't enjoying the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And people message me all the time, and they say, "Man, you got a sick truck. You give me motivation." Or somebody messaged me saying, I'm building my truck. I'm doing this stuff. He's like, it's just, they'll tell me like, it sucks because I want my shit to look like yours. And the first thing I tell everybody, I'm just like, take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, take your time, enjoy the build, enjoy it, and just take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush for anything out there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was what was going on with me, was that I was just, I'm not gonna say rushing it, because my truck got to the point where it's at now in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? My original followers, you guys know my truck did not look anything like that when I first started this channel. You know what I'm saying? So I just took my time, and as time goes on, it developed into the way I wanted it to look. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. RevMax can build you 1,000+ horsepower Allison or 48 RE2. I did not know that, Mike. Huh. RevMax versus Midwest 59 said RevMax versus Firepunk for a 48 RE. Any opinions? Whoo. I'll be real with you, bro. I would not know about that. The only thing I probably would say, I'd probably go with Firepunk. And for the pure fact that, again, going back to a trade specialty, same way RevMax bread and butter is a 68 RFE, is the same way Firepunk's bread and butter is a 48 RE. And if you go to Firepunk will build you, they can build a 68 RFE. Levon has said it on his videos. They can build you a 68 RFE, but they'll tell you from the start that it's not going to be rated for more than 700 horsepower. Once you go past 700, the reliability drops pretty big. if I had to choose between those two companies to build me a 48, I'd probably go with Firepunk, just because I've watched their videos. You know what I'm saying? I've read about them. I've seen videos of people who have their 48 builds, and never heard a bad thing ever. You know what I'm saying? And the conception or the misconception that people think a built transmission means a bulletproof, never breaking transmission, and that's not the case. Essentially, when you're getting a built trans, you're just getting a trans built to last longer than a stock trans. That's really what you're doing. You're not getting a trans that's going to last you for the rest of the lifetime of the truck, or and for the rest of your life. Like, that's not what a built trans is. A built trans is basically you are paying more so your trans can last longer. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? It can last longer. It can probably be a little bit funner to drive. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's really what you're paying for. And I think Firepunk, when it comes to the 48, I'd be willing to bet that they can build a slightly better, or if not a good 48. Hard to beat the golden nugget. Also should consider diesel injected for built 48. His truck runs very style. Wish he wasn't all the way in Wyoming. Help build a monster. I never heard of him before. I run Rotella T. I change it every 5K. That's good, man. That's good. Hey, Rotella's good oil, man. And if you're changing oil at every 5,000 miles on these trucks, you guys know me. You see the sticker behind me back here, right there. That's an Amsoil sticker. Y'all know I'm a big Amsoil advocate because I like it. It works. It's proven. It saves you money. All the benefits. But if I was changing my oil every 5,000 miles, I probably would not run Amsoil, just because I wouldn't be getting the full benefit out of the oil that what it's advertised for, versus if I was to run a longer lifespan. You know what I'm saying? So at 5K, I'd probably just get something off the shelf like Rotella. I think Rotella would be more than sufficient. Yup. Speaking of merch, have you ever thought about doing another run of the stickers on your back window? I missed back in the day and have been hoping you do another run. Yes, I have, man. That has been. I feel like I get asked that probably every other live stream about merch for me. It's on the plan. It's just I have priorities right now in terms of what I'm trying to structure and set up. But it is there. I definitely will have stickers at some point. I just don't know when. That's the thing. Jake's in the house. What is up, brother? Jake Ashby, my dog, bro. I still gotta come see you, man, bro. I've been stretched out every direction, man. I gotta text you. It's been too much, man. Spencer said truck toppers. I like them. I used to have one. We used to have our, so I don't know, for a mega dually. Oh wait, by the way, where's your White Claws? Texas Mason. I haven't had a White Claw Texas in a long time, man. It's been a minute. I haven't had White Claws. I haven't had beer really in a minute. All I got in this cup here is a little whiskey. I got some Maker, or not a little, but I got some Maker's Mark, and Diet Pepsi. I'm on like a health binge right now, but it's Friday night live stream. It's my cheat day, so whatever. Yup. What others are good? Well, in terms of what, Spencer? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're talking about campers. Yeah, Lear has. So when I had a camper on my truck, I had a Lear. It was red. I painted it white, and yeah, it was good. I loved it. I don't know any other brands that have. I don't know all the other camper brands. I know they're out there. All I know is when it comes to those camper shows, they are expensive as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. Yup. Yup. But you guys, oh my God. Wow. An hour and 15 minutes. Holy shit. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up now. It's getting late, so I'm going to fucking finish my cup. Finish my cup inside. It's hot as fuck out here. Humid as shit. So, yeah. I'm going to turn 2. So thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate you guys with the awesome comments, asking questions. You guys made this live stream very awesome, very entertaining. An hour and 16 minutes went by. It felt like for me 30 minutes just because you guys kept asking questions and I kept answering it and I just stayed engaged. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you guys. I love you all. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Hopefully I'll be back soon with some more videos. Soon, hopefully this weekend, I'll have some videos for you guys. I actually have a video lined up. I have a box over here with some stuff that I'm gonna make a video on soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Again, like the video before you head out. Just smash the thumbs up button. It takes 1 second. Costs nothing. It's free. And helps the channel out. Helps the video out a lot. And until next time, you guys, take it easy. Be safe. Peace out. All that good stuff. Still got your bench seat. What bench seat? I don't know what that is. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Take care. Peace out. Cell phone video. Let me know how it was. All right. Because laptop Wi-Fi is acting like a piece of shit. So until next time, peace out.